Hi, I'm Cheryl, and today I'm going to show you how to use your die cuts to emboss. I know there's videos out there showing this, but I'm going to be using this in a card, and it would have just taken too much time in the card video, so I'm doing it as a separate little clip here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a die. I'm using this window die. So I'm going to cut that out. So I've got my platform here. I have a cutting plate and my piece of paper. Put my die face down, cutting side down on the paper. Put my top plate on, and then I'm going to run it through my big shot, which is off to the side here. It's out of the picture. And just crank that through. And yeah, all those crazy cracking noises are perfectly normal. Okay, so we've got our piece cut out, and I want to keep the paper in the die if at all possible. So now we're going to open the platform up to the number 1 tab. See, the number 1 tab. Then I'm going to put a plate, one of my plates down. I'm going to put my die down on top of that plate with the paper still in it. I'll put the rubbery mat, this is the rubbery one, put that on top. And then I put the hard mat on top of that. Then I run that through the big shot. And we'll bring that out. Get our piece of paper out of here. And let me see if you can you see that? There we go. You can see that now it's embossed. Okay? So that's if you want to cut it out first. You could also do embossing. I'm going to do it a little different this time. And use a whole sheet of paper, or a whole piece of paper. And I'm going to use this butterfly die. I'm going to lay that down, cutting side down. Okay, so I have my platform. I have it open to 1. I have my plate. I have my rubbery mat, my piece of paper, and then my die cutting side down towards the so that'd be towards the rubbery mat. Now I'll put the hard mat on top. I'll run that through the big shot. And I hear a little crackling. If when you try to emboss, you find that your paper crackles or splits on you, you can lightly mist it. You don't want it sopping wet, you just want it damp. And mine could have done with a little misting, but there we go. See, we have our butterfly embossed, and the debossed side is really pretty too. Okay, so I probably should have misted this. This is a pretty detailed die. It's got a lot of things going on in it. Alright, so that's with the big shot. Let me put that aside. And I'll bring my Cuttlebug in. Okay, so I've got my Cuttlebug here. I think I can do it like this. And we'll do the same thing with the Cuttlebug. Let's see, we'll cut out the window first. And I have my platform. Let's see if I can shift things a little bit here. Okay. Okay, so I have my platform. Then I have a cutting plate. And they sell these rubbery mats for the Cuttlebug for embossing. And it is kind of thick, somewhat like a mouse pad. So I'll put that down. I put my piece of paper down. And I will put my window die with the cutting side down on it. Oh, we're cutting. That's right. We don't want the mat. We don't want the mat. We have to cut this out first. There we go. Okay, so we're cutting. So we use the platform, the B plate, put your piece of paper, or your piece of paper, and then your die, cutting side down, and then the C plate will go on top. If you've just gotten a Cuttlebug, don't use your C plate to cut on. You always want that on the non-cutting side of the die, because those C plates are more expensive. It's a lot cheaper, and sometimes it can be hard to find them. Okay, so now I've got my piece cut. I want to try to keep that in the die. There we go. Get rid of that scrap there. Now we have our B plate down on top of our platform. We put our die cutting side up. We put our rubbery mat. And then we need the B plate. We need another B plate. Oh, there it is. This is my do not cut B plate. I try to keep one really nice. And we'll run that through. And now our window die cut is embossed. You see the embossing? And these are all pieces. These will pop out, I believe. They didn't cut through, but oh well. So there it is. It's all embossed. Now I'll do the butterfly. Let me grab this piece of paper that I did the other one on. I'm going to spritz it a little bit this time, because it's quite a tight fit. So I spritzed it with a little water on this time. I'll let that soak in. So I want my platform, my B plate. This time I'm going to put my mat down. I'll put my paper. And I'll put my butterfly here on the part that I misted. We're not using the C plate this time. We're using the B plate. And we will run that through the Cuttlebug. And there we go. We have a beautiful embossed butterfly using the Cuttlebug. Now, if you don't have the embossing mats for your big shot yet, I started out with the Cuttlebug and I had this embossing mat. And I found that I can use it in my big shot. And this is how you use it in the big shot. Okay, we're not going to use this, the hard mat. We're not going to use the floppy mat. We're going to put those aside. we will need 2 plates, and we're going to open up our Big Shot all the way. Okay. Incidentally, if you have the magnetic platform, none of these will work with the magnetic platform. It's just too thick of a sandwich. Okay, so I'll put 1 plate down. I'll put my rubber mat down. Now, where'd that paper with the butterflies go? Oh dear, I seem to have lost it. People have been saying that about me for years, though. Man, she's just lost it. Let me grab another piece of paper really quick. Okay, I put my paper down. I think I'll mist it again, since we're doing the butterfly. Mist it with a little water, just to dampen it. Helps to soften the paper up so you don't get cracking. And then we put another plate on top. Okay, so platform all the way open, a plate, the Cuttlebug cutting mat, or embossing mat, your paper, your die with the cutting side facing down towards the paper, and the rubber mat, and then another plate on top. I'll run that through my Big Shot. Come on. And here we go. Pick that up. And there, you see, we have a beautiful embossed butterfly again. So, if you already have one of these, then you can use it in your Big Shot. It works just fine. You just have to use it with the base plate all the way open, and then with two of your clear plates. If you don't have any of these embossing things for the Big Shot yet, you can save yourself a little money and get yourself just this one piece that's supposed to be used for the Cuttlebug. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a pretty easy technique to do. If you'd like to see more of my videos, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. And like I said, there will be a card that I use this technique in. So I'll put a link on that video to this one, so it's real easy for y'all to find how to do this technique. So y'all take care, stay safe, and happy stamping.